many people who are pursuing in the clinical pharmacy M Pharm and the Pharm D, even B Pharm. So you know very well that PubMed is the premier search engine. This all people they know. This is the search engine box. You can enter it. I'm not going to talk anything about this. So just scroll down, just scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. In the last, the bottom corner, left corner, there is NLM. So you just go to NLM, National Library of Medicine, NLM. In NLM, you can see the different kind of databases. One is PubMed. PubMed, you know very well. Then Medline Plus, that has a huge amount of information, a lot of information to note. Then OpenEye, an experimental multimedia search engine by abstract. After the abstract, we used to enter 6 keywords. Make sure that all the 6 keywords are coming out from MESH database. Then there is a separate, the database for clinical trials. What are the clinical trials going on? What has been completed? What is currently progressing? So this all information, you can get it. And last, the blast. So now let me open the Medline Plus for your simple understanding. So now this is the Medline Plus. See here, health topic, drugs and supplements, genetics, medical test, medical encyclopedia. So these all are of very much importance for those students who are doing B Pharm, even first year, second year, third year. You can get all the information here. For example, I'm asking you the question, what is macrophage? Okay, what is macrophage? Now I'm going through the medical encyclopedia, macrophage coming under M. So I'm clicking this macrophage and see here, macrophage is there. So just click it. A macrophage is a type of immune cell. It destroys foreign substances to protect the body from infection. What a nice clear cut, a single information that you cannot get anywhere else in the simple textbook. So macrophages do not travel through blood. Instead, they remain in one part of the body. These are the parts of the body. So such kind of information you can get. This is basic information you can get through Medline, through Medline Plus. They are in the service for the past 25 years. Then medical test. All the medical tests which are being conducted in the world are available here. For example, you want to read about creatinine. So just I am entering creatinine. Okay, creatinine. There are creatinine tests. So I'm clicking creatinine. So see the information. What kind of information? Normally, your kidney filter creatinine from your blood and remove it from your body in your urine. If there is a problem with your kidney, creatinine can build up in your blood and less may be released in the urine. If blood creatinine level are not normal, it may be a sign of kidney disease. What is used for? Why it is used for? Why do I need to check creatinine test? So this all information, even if it is a preclinical study, suppose you are working on diabetic nephropathy, you want to know something about creatinine, the basic information, from where you will get it? From books. What kind of book? There are millions of books, thousands of books. So it's very difficult to find out a right answer from the right book. And that book may or may not be available in your library. Even if it is library, you may not be able to locate it, identify it. So for such kind of things, you can simply go through NLM, Medline Plus, and medical test. And these are all about genetics, all about genetic condition, genes, chromosome. So all things, what you want to understand about genetics, yes, you can go through it. Next, coming to the main picture, drugs. For example, I'm asking you one drug and you want to know the key information of the drug. Okay, let us say take paracetamol. Nowadays, a lot of cold and flu all are coming. So paracetamol, let me go to what kind of information they provide. paracetamol. Okay, C, this is a paracetamol, C, acetaminophen. So what kind of information they provide? Immediately warning. Taking too much acetaminophen can cause liver damage, sometimes serious enough to require liver transplantation or cause death. You might accidentally take too much acetaminophen if you do not follow the direction. To be sure that you take acetaminophen safely, you should not take more than one product that contains acetaminophen at a time. So see the information. And why is this medication prescribed? It is used to relieve mild to moderate pain from headache, muscle ache, menstrual periods, colds, sore throat, toothache, backache, reaction to vaccination, shots, and to reduce the fever. So look at the information. How should this medication be used? And other uses of this medication. So the information, what you really seek for that are clinically oriented can easily be retrieved through Medline. Not only paracetamol, any drug, whatever is being approved by US Food and Drug Administration, which are available in the market, can be clearly retrieved through Medline. Okay, next coming to the health topic. See here, there are a lot of health topic. For example, you want to know something about blood, heart, and circulation, bones, joint, and muscle, brain, nerves, digestive system, air, nose, throat, endocrine system, immune system, kidney. See, when you start a research work, for example, you are going to work on diabetic nephropathy means, don't start immediately nephropathy. Read about the kidneys, read about their physiology, read about their pathology, then go for diabetic nephropathy. And what are the starting experiment? I'm recruiting a per group. Get the information through literature, and this Medline Plus will definitely of great help to everyone to learn the basic concepts. So that's all about Medline. Now coming to the next search engine, that is JAN. JAN is nothing but journal, author, name, estimator. Journal, author, name, estimator. So just I'm clicking JAN, so it comes down. So there is a box. There is a big box where you can enter whatever you want. For example, I'm entering just simply gentamicin induced nephrotoxicity. Just I enter. Okay, and come down. Find articles. Just to go to find articles, and many articles will come. And the difference between PubMed and JAN, see here, these all articles are there. All articles are there. So what is the difference? See, suppose I'm clicking right click, opening the article, it will open with the PubMed. It will open with the PubMed. Now see here. Now just I'm clicking, it will open all the article. It will open with the PubMed. Now this article I'm clicking, it will open with the PubMed. Expert Review Clinical Pharmacology 2021. So then what is the difference between PubMed and JAN? JAN is the product, and JAN will give more similarity index. See, this paper is more similar to the search item what you have entered, then followed by this paper, this paper, this paper, this paper, this paper. So it gives according to the similarity what you are going to enter. And all the papers which will be retrieved by JAN will be available on PubMed. So only the PubMed paper will only be opened by JAN. So don't forget about JAN. It is not only useful for finding the article, it is also useful for finding the expert authors, and also for useful for finding journals, what journals that have published the work. See here, the same thing, gentamicin induced nephrotoxicity. I am just entering the journal, find the journals. Look at this one. This is the journal, Pakistan Journal of Pharmaceutical Sciences, where a lot of papers on this area have been published. See the confidence level, much more. Then Iranian Journal, then Biomedicine Pharmacotherapy, then Indian Journal of Pharmacology, Life Sciences. So you can choose among this one journal where the work which is done by me can be published or not. So such kind of information can be available only through JAN. Now see here. So there is a article influence score. Article influence score for this journal 0.1, this journal 0.2, this journal 0.5. It is 1.9. Excellent. So what does it mean, article influence score? Article influence score means it measures how often the article in the journal are cited within the first year after its publication. how often the article can be cited. So if it is 1.5, it is better than 0.5. If it is 0.5, that is better than 0.1. So if you want to submit your article to some journal, just try to check article influence score that is given by EGen factor, one of the important metric. Suppose whatever the journal it may be, is just to submit the article within 5 years, how many times it receives citation. That is most important thing. Dear audience, the outcome of research is publication. The outcome of publication is citation. The outcome of citation is search index. For NAC accreditation and other accrediting ranking bodies, they not only consider the number of publication, they also consider the number of citations as well as H index. So, in my opinion, JAN outweighs the involvement of PubMed, and you can enjoy using JAN when you have a topic to search. Okay, next, Embase Web of Science. Web of Science, there are the new features are coming out. Now let me check. Web of Science. See, I just put Web of Science author search. Okay, then author profile in Web of Science. Author profile in Web of Science. I clicked it. Okay, there is no session and search and session with that ID. Okay, let me sign in. Let me sign in. Anyone can sign it. You can also open and register by yourself. So just I enter my email ID. Just I'm entering the password which I have generated. Now sign in. Oh, it's coming. Okay. 61. Okay. Now it is entering inside. Yeah, it is entering inside. Now just I'm clicking my name, my profile. My name and my profile. It's coming. So clearly coming, the author search. So this is my name from Periyar Maniammai Institute of Science and Technology. This is my Web of Science ID. These are the institutions that have been affiliated with me. So my H index is 33 Web of Science, and 98 Web of Science publications are there. Around 3,200 citations are there. So you can, for example, want to search some articles from some laboratory of some authors. Yes, you can use directly Web of Science. Don't use anything. Just go through the Web of Science, write the author name, and all the article will come. See, these are the articles. These are the impact of local renin-angiotensin system in perivascular adipose tissue on vascular health and disease, Balakumar P. Research planning, statistical analysis, ethics, Balakumar P. That's of this one, demystifying Balakumar P. So these all articles, yes. For particular author, you can enjoy this article. For example, you want to search about the institution file. So just go to search and go to the organization, and you can enter the organization. For example, I am entering our organization, Periyar Maniammai Institute of Science and Technology. This will give the list of authors in the order by their contribution. For example, the people who have contributed more, the name will come first. So for Periyar Maniammai, my name appears first. So here you can see my name. So here, okay. And this one, 98 document. Here you can see 98 document. Then C Arun, 16 document. Because having a 98 document in Web of Science, you need to do a lot of homework. Still I'm working 16 hours per day. That is the result of such kind of things. Otherwise, it won't be possible for you. So D Jayasiman, 16 document. So here, so even if you enter your institution name VIPER, you can get who have contributed more, who have contributed less, who have not contributed. So this all information can be available through Web of Science. So coming to the next, SciFinder, Sinahil, these all are, subscription-based database. Scopus, you know very well. Scopus is a database where you can enjoy, but you need a subscription. So let me skip that point. So this all Google Scholar, PibliMed. Yeah, PibliMed is another one you must know. You must know. Let me sign out. This one. Okay. So just I am entering PibliMed. It is a sister concern of PubMed. So it is not working now. The supplement is not working now. Maybe the system may be down. Okay, let me continue with the slide. So if you write, for example, introduction for your manuscript, if you write it, so you need to briefly overview the subject. For that, you need to enter in the prevalence data, the first paragraph of your introduction. And that should be coming from World Health Organization and some other recently published article. We have published along with, along with Dr. Jagdish, one paper in 2016 by Pharmacological Research that got cited around 800 times. Can you believe? And that because that paper is only dealing with prevalence data. So number of people still every month it is being cited for 10 times. Every month, every year we are getting around 100, 120 citations from that paper. So you just enter the prevalence data in the first paragraph. Then prior research. For that you need to do literature search. You need to enter recent references. Then justification of your work. Then objective. Okay, so when you want to cite any references, for example, when you want to cite any references, make sure that that reference is from PubMed Medline. Make sure that that reference is from Web of Science. Make sure that at least that reference is from Scopus. For example, see, look at this paper. Total citation, I mean total references, what they have used, 35. Out of 35, validated only 21. Remaining are not validated. So out of 35, only 20 references are valid. Still, it is okay. For example, out of 35, 30 references are invalid. What does it mean? Your work is of poorly referred. You referred references from predatory, cloned, and non-indexed journals. So your paper will likely be desk rejected. This is the topic I'm going to talk tomorrow. So let us discuss elaborately tomorrow. So now coming to the main picture, AI-based search engine. The first one, the best one you must know is Consensus. Consensus, let me demonstrate. CONSENSUS, Consensus search engine. That's all. So Consensus, AI-powered academic search engine. It is a new breed of academic search engine powered by artificial intelligence grounded in science. So let me open this one. Okay, so clearly the Consensus is opened. There is a box. It might ask you to go for Gmail opening so that you can do it. Now, let me open some topic. Metformin. Metformin induced peripheral neuropathy. Normally, metformin is a anti-diabetic agent, and diabetic people might develop neuropathy. And metformin is taken by diabetic type 2 diabetic people. So already diabetic itself can cause neuropathy. Now metformin is also along with side by side causes neuropathy. So how we can justify? If anyone uses metformin, they have to consult the doctor if they develop neuropathy. So let us search on this topic. Metformin induced peripheral neuropathy. Enter. Look at the information it retrieved. This is the pro. Earlier it was copilot. Now it become pro. Pro means it gives some highlight about the topic what you have entered. Some highlight. Now let me read what highlight they have given. Peripheral neuropathy is a condition. Peripheral neuropathy is a condition characterized by damage to the peripheral nerve, often resulting in pain, numbness, and weakness. Excellent. Particularly in the hands and feet. Very good. Metformin, a common medication for type 2 diabetes, has been studied for its effects on peripheral neuropathy with mixed finding regarding its risk factor, regarding its protective and risk-inducing role. Some papers say that metformin can protect you from neuropathy. Some paper says that metformin can cause neuropathy. So this is what the mixed idea. So now the paragraph, initial paragraph is given. Now, protective effect of metformin. So these are the paper 1, 3, 4. Then chemotherapy induced peripheral neuropathy 2, 7, 6, 10. Then risk factor. Metformin can cause vitamin B12 deficiency, so it can increase the risk of diabetic peripheral neuropathy 8, 9. Then contradictory finding. These are the contract 9, 8, 9. Then mechanism of action 1, 6, 10. All the treatment is given along with the references, including conclusion. So when you want to know a brief about the topic, you do not need to ask anyone. Just go through consensus, just enter the search term, and it will give 2-page information along with the 10 topmost cited references. Now look at this one references. Number 1, this reference. Okay, it is from International Immunopharmacology. How many times this article cited? 21 citation. Excellent. There is no hesitation for you to read. Then Frontiers in Pharmacology, 8 citation. Very good. Then Diabetes Metabolism Journal, 13 citation. Then Diabetes, 0 citation because it is 2024 only. 0 citation means don't undermine because it is published very recently, 2024. So it is yet to receive citation. Then Journal of Clinical Medicine, 2 citation, 2023. Look at the recent paper from a very strong, valid journals. Class 1, 142 citation, 142 citation. Excellent. It means it is widely reached paper. Then Frontiers in Endocrinology, 9 citation, 2023. Then Diabetes, 1 citation, 2022. So these are the 10 key articles that are associated, relevant to the key term search item what you have entered through consensus. Now see, other people what they have asked question. What is the relationship between metformin and peripheral nephropathy? People have asked. Metformin role in preventing diabetic nephropathy. People have asked. Efficacy of metformin in chemotherapy induced neuropathy. People have asked. So this information also you will get it. It is not only retrieving 10 article. You just click load more article. All the article will come. All the article. Again load more article. All the article. All are indexed. All are indexed. So see plus 1, 58 citation. Look at this one, metformin attenuates this one, diabetic neuropathy. So all the relevant article will come. So in my opinion, consensus has reached its level high. Many researchers, they start using consensus and it is going to outweigh all the search engines, even including PubMed Medline, in my opinion. But it cannot, because PubMed Medline is a very standard one. It is being maintained by NLM. So it is a very standard one. So that cannot be beaten by any artificial intelligence mediated search engine. Okay. Now next, DuckDuckGo. So it is another search engine where B.Pharm, M.Pharm students can use it. So let me put it DuckDuckGo. That's all. DuckDuckGo. Your protection, our priority. Means if you go through DuckDuckGo, they won't retrieve any of your history. What you have searched, what topic you have searched. So they won't disturb you. So it's a highly protective site. A mediated. This is DuckDuckGo. So again, I'm writing metformin induced peripheral neuropathy. Let me copy it. Search it. So now see here, metformin induced peripheral neuropathy, long-term metformin treatment and risk of peripheral neuropathy, and comparative studies are there. And these all articles, American Diabetes Association, it not only retrieves article, it also retrieves information from World Health Organization, American Diabetic Association, American Hypertension Society. So such kind of high qualified, high profiled society information also you will get it through DuckDuckGo. Then Research Rabbit. Yeah, Research Rabbit, you know very well. Research Rabbit, RESEARCH. Yeah, Research Rabbit. So it is asking me to sign up. Let me sign up. Oh, sign up is not there. Okay. It's not needed to sign up. Login. Okay. So just to go to odd paper, just enter the keyword. So Research Rapid will open in two ways. One is biomedical life science, other one is all subject area. This all subject area is powered by Semantic Scholar. Don't go for that one. Go for biomedical one. That result only will be retrieved through PubMed. So these all are PubMed result. This Bell, this all are PubMed result. Bell, this all are PubMed result 2022. So you can enjoy Research Rabbit. It's a simple one only. Then Yandex. Yandex is from Russia. So one of the search engine that is playing a major role, Yandex. Now metformin induced peripheral nephropathy. Just see here, chemotherapy induced. See some small paragraph. It gives some explanation. Then all the article which are relevant to the search engine. I mean, a search item what you have entered. So these all things. So Yandex also you can use it, and it is also play a major role. The last one, connected paper. Connected papers. So this one, Dr. Jagdish likes very much. I mean, he will like. First time he might be hearing. Sir will like very much. Now, why he likes very much, and see the beauty of this one. Metformin induced peripheral neuropathy. Just I clicked it. Now it gives a paper connected each other. For example, see this one. See, I'm clicking this connected paper, and all the connection will be there. All the connection. Look at this one. This paper is connected here. This paper is connected to this one. This paper is connected to this one. This paper is connected with this one, this one, this one. And you just click it. Right side, you will get the paper. Novel drug treatment, advanced, all things. You click this one, prophylactic role of this one. So these all are connected paper. So if you want to know that the paper which I retrieved, the paper which I read, is there any paper connected recent paper? Can you please tell me? No need to ask anyone. Just go to connected paper. You will get all the papers which are connected to the paper what you are currently reading. So we need to go for always a SWOT analysis in research. S means strength. W means weakness. O means opportunity, and T means threat. In that one, 3 points you have to take into consideration. That is CTS. People say challenges, threat, solution. Let me give an example of challenges. There is a pressure for us to publish a paper. Every PhD scholar should publish a paper. Every PG student should publish a paper. That is a challenge. What is the threat? So when we pressurizing them to publish a paper, they publish in predatory journal. That is a threat. They publish in cloned journal. That is a threat to the society. They publish in paper mill. That is a threat to the college. So what is the solution? A high quality training. A high quality training is very much inevitable, and that is the purpose of having this session conducted today with the leadership of Dr. Jagdish. So a constructive literature search is the cornerstone of research progress in pharmaceutical sciences. It lays a solid foundation for groundbreaking research, drives innovation, and ensures scientific rigor while enabling evidence-based practices and uncovering future opportunities for discovery. As a student, as a researcher, as a scholar, as an academic, you should follow ethics and make sure that your literature is free from any kind of scientific misconduct. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Now I'm ready to address any kinds of questions, whatever you have in your mind. Thank you.
Room is open for questions. Any questions? Please raise your hand. No questions?
Where is Dr. Jagdish sitting? Jagdish sir, I'm unable to see him.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah, your sound is very feeble. Please
Uh,
loudly
Sir, I want,
speak it.
yes. So you have talked about that connected papers, but how to read that graph, sir? How it is connected, sir, from one part to another?
No, you just click that name. The paper will appear right side, and you can copy paste and that one in your MS Word. Then second paper, third paper, all the connected paper you can get it from connected papers.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we can take it as a reference.
yeah. You can key copy and paste it, no problem. And
Yes,
you
sir.
can search
Thank you.
through that full paper. You can get it from PubMed, Medline, Google Scholar, wherever you want. And the full paper you can get it if it is available. If not, you should
Oh,
request for a reprint to the
okay, sir.
corresponding author.
Yes, yes. Thank you,
Or
sir.
you should
Thank you.
request for the reprint to Jagdish sir, who has been helping me for the past 25 years.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you are welcome.
Dr. Balkumar, you address this one to the students that lot of people in their protocols, they are not citing the past work beyond, that is, for example, 10 years old, or only maximum the literature search is for the past 5 years one, that's all. They don't cite the recently published, that means 2 years, dated to 2 years publications one. How do these people get into the track of searching papers which are published in the latest one, that is past 1 year or 2 years?
Yeah,
What should be the criteria for them to do it?
yeah. Just you can for that, just go to PubMed. Okay. Now I have entered the PubMed. Just I enter metformin induced peripheral neuropathy. Just I am searching, and here see the display option. One is best match, other one is most recent, other one is publication date. Click the most recent one, you will get the most recent one, 2024, 2024, 24, 24, 24, 24, 23 that started, 23, 23. So here you can get last 5 years according to the number of articles available from recent years, recent month also. The topic what I enter is a very tough topic. You can enter any simple topic. For example, the same thing, gentamicin, nephrotoxicity. Even you will get a 2025 article. See, gentamicin nephrotoxicity, I entered. See here, 2024, the recent article, 2024-24. So the only thing is you have to select here, not a journal, not a first author, not a publication date, not a best match. Just most recent, you have to click it. If you see best match, then it will go to the best match article. For example, see 2010. So only my article is coming, I don't know. Balakumar P. Rohila, Tangatirupati. Then these all articles are best match article. It is all available according to the citation. And this article was cited around 400 times. That's why it comes first. So now I would request you to go for most recent one. So most recent one, you will get it. See here, 2024 November. So it is a fresh one. 2024 December. It's a very fresh one. 2024 October. 2024 December to the October, 2024 October. So this is the way, sir, they can get a recent article on the topic of their interest.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, this is Namira working as an assistant professor in VIPER.
Hmm.
So thank you so much for your input, sir, you have given. So the one doubt is that as we are into academics, sir, the most part we are struggling is for the scientific writing actually. We are doing the research in very good way because we are doing projects for B Farm and N Farm, but we are not able to write a good paper, sir. So what are the inputs you can give? So if you want to, what the sites you have given, but the problem you are facing for plagiarism. So what can we uh, uh, add on to that such that we can improve our writing and go for very good publications?
Yeah, you are actually, this is a very basic question. For plagiarism, to get rid of plagiarism, you must use Turnitin software. So you must get it checked through Turnitin to make sure that your article is free from any plagiarism. For writing, you have to read all the quality article published by circulation research, pharmacological research, American Journal of Cardiovascular Drugs. See how in what way they are publishing and what way their articles are there. So you should start reading such kind of quality article. Automatically, you will get some ideas. Of course, tomorrow I'm going to talk about how to structure the manuscript and also how to avoid yourself from desk rejection. So that will enlighten you more points of your question. Okay.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Session we will be talking about the scientific writing, publishing, and Q1, Q2 journals, impact factor. All these things we'll be discussing in tomorrow's presentation, which he is going to do it. And in my next talk, also I'll be talking about this plagiarism issue, that how to detect all those things. I'll also be citing those things. These are all interconnected topics. So that would be wonderful, Dr. Balkumar. I think possibly we'll be seeing tomorrow your another exciting presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I thank Dr. Ramesh and Dr. Rajasekhar for having provided me to interact with such kind of brilliant audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Your expertise and passion for the subject matter were evident throughout the talk, and your ability to convey complex subjects in clear and concise manner was really impressive. And we are grateful for your contributions. We hope to have the opportunity. Yeah.
Sorry to disturb, doctor. Are you able to see me?
Yeah, Doctor. I'm able to see you, Professor.
So, thank you for your wonderful lecture. Although I got a few signatures to be signed and I went out, but I think it's very clear the experience you had and the company of Dr. Jagdish. Definitely, we'll have a wonderful meeting in future also. And we are extremely sorry for not inviting you uh, in live, right? But I think just now I was sharing with Dr. Jagdish. We'll have your visit scheduled in February for our Aushad International Conference in February. So I hope then we'll personally meet and you'll be one of the guests sharing that, because your expertise is the need of the hour to all our students and all the delegates here. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time. I know you are a very busy person being a director of the university. So we wish to look forward to you during the Aushad conference, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Great day.
In today's competitive academic landscape, publications have become the currency of research excellence. The number and quality of publications can make or break an institution's reputation, influencing its global ranking and attractiveness on top talent. For researchers, publications are key factors in establishing their credibility, visibility, and influence in their field. In this presentation, we'll delve into the power of publication and explore how it can be harnessed to enhance institutions, world ranking, and researchers' influence. Please join me in welcoming Dr. G. Jagadish onto the dais. Over to you, sir.
So much. Now we'll be continue with this session, and as all of you have gone through the process of literature search, I think tomorrow you'll be talking about scientific writing. So once scientific writing is being done, then you have to think about it, what to do with this paper, how to send it, how to get it published, how to get it reviewed, that is from the journal side. So some people are already asking question at saying that publication wise you are stuck. So definitely with the thesis one, publication or project work publication is very much needed. That means you have to publish a paper in order to survive with the recent competition. You have to win the competition, you must publish your paper in a very indexed journals. This is what the question was there here regarding predatory journals and how to search check for plagiarism, other things. So I will be discussing those things here in this talk. Why publication is important, what is the importance of its publication for you, for the institute, as well as for the country, where India stands in publication. So first part I'll discuss these things. Then I will proceed that how you can get the papers published in a journal, and how to prepare your article, send it out to a journal for publication, and then you receive feedback from them. You answer their questions, that is peer reviewers question, rebuttal, or if it is approved directly, then it is also okay. Then ask if you are going for revision. Remote control, the spot I'll be discussing. Now of course title I've changed a little bit compared to the previous whatever we do. Both are same. I forgot to change this one, but still the same title, everything. So what we're discussing is publication process, and why you should publish it, where you are publishing, and what is the impact factor, journal selection, cover letter to write it, and peer review process. Everything tits and bits. I'm covering up little bit. So gather all the information and ask me the question, and think about it. You're already in here in this process. Only thing is you may not be aware of it where you are, but you are deeply involved in this publication. So you must proceed with this one. So importance of publication and manuscript preparations, benefit for researchers like you and for the institution like VIPER. Why do we need to publish a paper? How easy to publish a paper? Is it easy? No. It is not like a storyteller or story writing one. Even story writing also tough job unless you know the how to write it. Manuscript preparations, types of publications, what kind of publication. For example, I told you types of publications. This proceeding itself, the way we are conducting workshop, that itself is one of the types of publication. Selecting a journal, how to choose a journal, submission of manuscript journal, overview of the publication process, and the peer review process takes place. So writing an article is one of the four essential components of any research project. The other three, developing a study protocol, which I already discussed in the morning, conducting experiments, which you will be doing in the laboratory, that is physiology of the work, and tabulating, analyzing the data, and interpreting the data, discussing, and writing an article. So all this to go run in a sequence wise. The ultimate goal of scientific research is to get published. Writing research paper is just as challenging as the research itself. 50% doing the research work, 50% publication. So they have to go hand in hand. Publishing the findings is a way for researchers to contribute to the existing body of knowledge, advance their field. The quality of research, that is, nothing but research outcomes, is often measured by publication generated. Scientists are not only expected to conduct research, but also effectively communicate their findings through writings. How one obtains the data is not crucial. What truly matters is how one conveys the narrative of the project or clinical investigation in concise, succinct, simple language, weaving the previous findings to the existing ones. That is the way how to get the story done. Remember the screenwriters in the screenplay, in the movies, how they weave the whole thing, incidents, everything's screen by screen, put it so you'll be glued to the seat and not to walk out always looking at the screen. What happens next one? How these people write so nicely the screenplay. Your writing should be like that way only. In the field answering the research question and addressing the hypothesis, you already coined in the beginning itself to the studies. Essential to demonstrate how the results contribute to advancing or understanding the significance of findings. Manuscript should strive to tell a captivating story. The manuscript should strive to tell a captivating story that effectively communicates the science and provides an enjoyable reading experience. Of course, reading scientific papers is not enjoyable because you feel sleepy, unless it is very interesting directly into your field. That's why people say that before going to bed, read a paper so that you can get a good sleep. So think about it. Read manuscripts. People should write such a way that you should increase your curiosity. What happens next one? The publishing, the important publication is again continuing this one. The publication serves as an important purpose of letting the work or ideas known worldwide to researchers and other academia. You have done some very good, beautiful work, but it has to be put forward. Remember that ancient Indian discoverers, they did a lot of things. Poor fellows, they couldn't put everything communicating things to other world. But in Europe, it spread very nicely because they're all interconnected. What happens, India was separately with this one here, and it has to pass through the Arab world and then take it to this Midwest and the Middle East countries and then go to the Europe. So we lost in this transition process. That's why our ancient discoverers like Brahmagupta, Aryabhatta, all these works, even though they put forward so many ingenious work, still it was not known because at that time there was no printing press. Writing was to be in the palm sized leaves, and they had to write in a very concise, succinct way. People couldn't understand what they're writing this one because they tell the whole story in a small few lines itself. Now they're deciphering that, oh, Indians were knowing this much work. Unfortunately, it couldn't be conveyed. They said, oh, these Westerners, they were the first one to discover. Nicholas Copernicus from Poland, he was the one to say that the earth revolves around the sun. But however, earlier itself, people knew in India that the sun is stationary and earth goes around. So, but however, people say they know that, and also we knew that how many minutes it takes for sun rays to hit to earth. But everything was known to Indians. But only thing is, nobody recognized at that time. Now it is past. If you say something, people say, oh, you are beating around the bush. The Indians are not that much intelligent people because Westerners always say that one. Always we say that winners write the history. So those people are the winners. They always write the history. They push India down. That's why it is your work should be known. If you're not known, you will not be the first person. It gives scientists a chance to prove they are good at what they do and build a reputation. The date of publication is often taken as the first date of that idea. See, even though we did in 200 AD, even the Indians were the one discovered zero, still people say that, oh, the Shunya and zero, they're not that one. We already knew somebody did it in this one. Somebody already knew in this Java, Sumatra, and also in that Maya world. But some people say that the concept of zero clearly says that Hindus were the one that they were the invented zero. Otherwise, would have writing first, second, third, fourth, fifth, like Roman numerals, not Hindu numerals like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's why this date of publication is very important. After discovery and invention, on the timeline of topic, it creates a public record of original contribution on the public record. So we like the public record, though we were the discoverer of so many things. Still, nobody knows. If you put in the artificial intelligence searching who discovered the wheel first. Still, they say that something came from that Iran side, that wheel discovered, but nobody knows that. Of course, Mahabharata is not true story. It is only epic. Mahabharata and Ramayana. They were using chariot. That happened in 10,000 BC, but still they don't recognize it because we were not able to get into archaeological evidence to show that wheels were present during 8,000 BC. Still, they say refer to 4,000 BC. It was available in Syria and Iran. So that date is very important. A manuscript is what is manuscript? Some of the figures, images, data, points, plots, and statistics. With the word simply, there is to link these elements together or iterate their elements. That forms the manuscript. Manuscript should tell a story to convey the full meaning of the work and conclusion. Simply listing data points without conveying how experiments and experimental groups relate to one another is not the purpose of writing an article. Do not leave it for the readers to make educated suppositions of the work. I think she asked a very good question. I forgot her name. Assistant professor, she said, you are asked the question that you were poor in writing all these things, putting all the data. You know, they were very well experiments, you did it. But how to put the data together to make up a story is very important. That training people need. Possibly we may have to conduct a practical session, giving the paragraph to write down, because the way we write, that is the composition, that part is not being taught. Possibly it was taught in the high school. Then we need advanced course of writing. That is the composition which we lack. You know, we have studied in the high school. Composition class used to be there always last period always used to be off. So we never learned proper writing. So that is one of the reasons why this third bulletin says simply listing data points is of no use. So putting one like this, but you have to weave the story, then only get your paper published. So data point is everything interesting, but if you don't, if your paper doesn't make any sense, then reviewers say this is all nothing but scattered everything. I can't make out anything. So they simply reject your paper. Though your work is so extremely good, but it gets rejected because you don't know how to write the story. The process of crafting a story, see, process of crafting a story of the study is a creative artwork. It's more important. So we say that the teaching is an art. Similarly, writing is also an art. The narrative text should convey a layer of excitement and significance of the study to the readers. This is what I've given the importance of publication, how to write effective paper so that it can be acceptable for publication. Now, benefits for the research teachers. What are the benefits? You get it. There was a notion that teaching students were the most important aspect of the job. That was during our time, 1960s, 50s, and all of those time. That is when we were growing up, nobody heard about research and no encouragement. Of course, India was independent at that time only. They were not having even money to eat properly. At that time, people used to struggle for food itself. Luxury research was a luxury item. Then on these IITs were established to promote research. Then aims came up. So now only we got several aims have been built up, several NIPERs have been built up, and dozens of ITs have come up. Now we have become rich country. Otherwise, in 50s, people stand in the line for food. So at that time, what do you think about the research? It establishes the requirements for a job. Now, for requirements of a job, you have to publish a paper, recognition, promotion from one level, assistant lecturer to assistant professor to professor. You require a publication, new jobs and careers. When you interview candidate, the principal and director, last question about how many papers you published. Is it Q1, Q2 journal? Is it citable journal? Is it impactful journal? So a lot of questions will be there. When you appear for interview with zero publication, you cannot appear for a teacher's job or for even for research job in industry. You have to show that you have got publications. It helps in securing a tenure track position. It shows your flair as a scholarly expert. Having the right publication at the right time when you go for interview, that will glory opportunities for you to get a job. It enhances rating skill also. Each paper is a rating. Academic papers often involve collaboration with other scholars, scientists. Between few departments, you collaborate, or between one institute to another institute. that Santosh was telling today morning that she has got a collaboration with Japanese one. So she learned something new there, and she knows how to tackle with them, how to write papers along with them. So this opportunity comes actually. If another teacher goes to another country or collaboration with other institutes within India or outside India, you get some knowledge how to write papers beyond professor's job. Most jobs, at least academic publication, as a requirements or a desired attribute, or the college and university administration, it is an attribute once again to publication. In many fields and universities, one wants to know how often one's papers have been cited. Again, right for citation also. Our alumni association in the US, when we invite applications from teachers every year, so far we have given about 24 awards for teacher researchers, not only teachers, teacher researchers. We list how many papers you have published the past 2 years, and also past 10 years. Want to show the curve going up every year, not like this zigzag. That once for all, they publish 10 papers. When they go abroad, when they come back to India, 0 papers. No, you have to consistently keep publishing the paper, and also impact factor should be impact factor, and also citation should be there also. Not one paper citing for 50, other paper 0. That shows that there is no consistency in publication. So it is question like a dose response curve. So it is keep on consistently publishing. In many fields and universities, one wants to know how often one's papers have been cited and what is your H index. Always measuring index should be above 10. Average people say that one. Finally, to seek academic luminary or celebrity, it is mandated to publish papers. If you do not publish enough papers, it is difficult to retain the job or getting funding. It is now desirable even at an undergraduate level that you must publish a paper. Certain universities and certain management, they always insist that people should keep publishing every year. They give bonus for publishing papers. I don't know about VIPER, Dr. Ramesh Alluri, he gives a bonus money. Okay, a good thing. So that encourage, of course, nobody gives in the US, but in India, because it's a startup, I've heard many people, because I was in the committee with Manipal University, Dr. Udupa send me paper every year, 10 15 paper. Sir, please rank these papers. The first people will get papers, 5,000, 10,000 rupees is to be given, and other last papers around 1,000 rupees. So bonus for people to publish papers, encouragement. That's right. Oh boy, this is a very nice one. I'm very happy to hear music to my ears. So that is the case. So encouragement is to be given by the management for people to publish so that it will be in the line. Now, what are the benefits to the institution? So we do all these things. Do I get any benefit as a manager or a owner of this university or owner of this institution? Yes. Institutions at both national and international levels are ranked based on the numbers of grants they receive. How many millions of rupees you receive for this year? They say 2003 or 2023, 24. Each year they should show that, yes, we have about 10 grants you received of this many rupees worth of grants. So every year it's increasing. So NIRF ranking based upon the number of teachers, number of publication, number of grants you received, they got various criteria to assess the ranking system. So this includes how the research solves problems and provides any patents. That was very important. And supporting faculty in obtaining grants is one way that the university can support them in making new discoveries and integrating, disseminating, and applying those discoveries. In order to promote innovation and patenting, it would be beneficial for the university to establish a research cell. So many of the universities established, for example, Dr. Balkumar is the research director. That means for the whole university coordinates both the health sciences and technology, so that all the grants, whatever goes through him. Same thing in the last week I was there at that is in Dharwad, Sri Dharmasthala Manjunatheshwara University. They got a research director. He discussed with me, Dr. Satyamurthy, how we are coordinating, what are the different labs. Please visit this lab, he said. They got a research director. Same thing with Adi Chunching University. They got a research director. Nowadays, almost all universities, they have established a research cell, research director who trains the faculty and also distributes any of the announcements coming from various agencies, ICMR, DST, whatever comes. They distribute to all the staff members. Please prepare application form, submit 1 week before to ourselves. We polish the language. We put it properly so that we submit it to them and get the money. When they get the money, 20% goes to the research cell for maintenance of that cell. 80% goes to the teacher who operated the grant. Same thing in the in the US also, 30% they take to maintain the research cell, because they give a lot of information, and they prepare your application form, everything, so that you don't struggle so much in preparing all those things. Only thing, you have to give them data, proper data. They got 2-3 scientific writers also, who will polish your language, rewrite properly, so that it is very well read by the peer reviewers who are sitting there, very tough people. See, this is NIF ranking, and every year they do for this, and also Nature also separately ranks each and every institute, and the countries also they rank it beside this our government ranking. So I think your university also, your college also got NIF ranking, So that also gives very good thing where you are stand out of 100, whether you are 10 or 20 or 30. Normally I see that Hamdard, that in Delhi, they always receive 1 or 2, 3. They always, and Manipal comes in less than 10. Jesus College, Mysore comes ranking 1. So sometimes when I give the data, I go through it, which are the colleges having good ranking. So that is very important. That is ranking based upon the staff, teaching staff, how many students they produce, what money they have, all these things. This is the benefit. How easy it is to publish a paper. It is widely believed that writing is tedious and uninteresting, challenging, and unproductive. This is what the question was. They saying it's very tedious to write paper, and we should make it easy. And after struggle with writing task, failures outnumber success. Failures outnumber. So what happens? Many things happens drawback with the students also. When the students complete their work, they should write a draft paper, submit to their guide before leaving for abroad. These people, they will be hurried to go abroad. So I received my PhD admission, I'll go away immediately, and they dump thesis on the guide's head and run away. Now it is not possible for a guide to write about it. The guide is guiding about 4 or 5 students. If nobody writes enough papers, how guide can write 5 papers, for example? Next year again another 5 people will be coming. So keeps accumulating. So I don't think it is possible for a guide to write every year 5, 5, 5, for starting from the scratch. It is difficult job. But students, the guide should insist that I will not sign your thesis unless you submit a draft paper to me. You should make a condition. And principals also should say that, yes, I support the teachers, whatever teacher said, we will not forward your thesis to the university unless you submit a draft paper. Insist like that way. So that is where you will be able to extract work, paper from the thesis work, because they have done the work. They should know everything. They should prepare a draft. Then within 2 weeks, you revise it, again ask him per person to refix all those errors and everything. So do 2-3 times before you sign off the thesis. So hold up the thesis signature. This is what I'm telling, so that you will be able to, the student also get benefited, and the institute gets benefited, teachers get benefited. Everybody is winning in this race. A large number of research scholars, resident clinicians prefer to toil in the laboratory or hospitals for 20 hours a day instead of indulging in writing their own studies. I can't write it. My boss will write it. My guide will write it. I can work like a donkey in the lab, morning to evening, without even taking bath. I can sit there without eating food. I can do it, but I can't write a paper. No, this is the wrong thing. They should also write a paper. People say, I can toil in the laboratory, but I can't write a paper. They find it difficult to put pen to paper, and often rely on their guides or senior faculty members to handle this aspect. This is not correct. So you should inculcate the habit in students that they must write a draft paper. When all else fails, they may opt for collaborative work or project, preferring to rely on their colleagues. They prefer to stand on the shoulders of co-workers. This is what happens. My co-worker, he will do it. They prefer to stand on the shoulders of co-workers. This is what many people, lazy people, they are not lazy to do work, lazy to write it, because we don't have the culture of writing. There are 3 primary types of challenge associated with publishing paper. First problem is typos and grammar problems, which refer to errors in grammar and spelling that undermine clarity. Okay, now I answer some questions. You asked this one. This is the first problem in writing the paper. Second most common challenge involves structural issues, inconsistencies, and problems with clarity and tone in writing the paper. These problems are often observed when the writer does not have a comprehensive understanding of the subject matter and lacks authority in the writing. You should have a good knowledge, commanding power on subject also. Then only you can do it. The third challenge is a good fit, selecting the appropriate journal that aligns well with the content of the paper. Otherwise, paper gets rejected. No, it doesn't fit well with. You cannot send a cardiovascular paper to that of a cancer journal. It gets rejected. 1 month you have wasted. So think about the proper titration, which I'll be talking about it. What are the different types of publications? What all the work you do in the laboratory is all working research article. It goes here. Sometimes you put a short communication of your work. Sometimes if it is very nice one, you breakthrough, you go for rapid communication or brief ultra rapid communication. Then you want to write a review article on Alzheimer's disease or something on hypertension, various targets on hypertension. You do the review article. Usually PhD students have to put up 1 or 2 review articles before they submit their this thesis. This is what mandatory things they given. I don't know how far still it holds good, but review article you should encourage. I told you during COVID time, hundreds and hundreds of our review articles came up in journals every year during that time. State of the art review, which is always invited by very top journals. One letter to the editor, commentary, editorial, opinion, perspective, all you can write it to various journals. See the section. So you can this also you can improve your writing, and contemporary issues you can write it. For example, diabetes case. Recently, article came in Lancet that India is having 23.5% of people suffering from diabetes. That means approximately 1 in 4 people are having diabetes. Then you can make a comment about it. Yes, in this population, for a southern population, northern population, or eastern sector, or western sector, what is the more population, men versus women and children, obesity. You can write a review article this way. Clinical case, let us have then methods, technical laboratory, book review, conference, workshop, symposium. This is what we are doing. Workshop. One of us can take a lead, 3 or 4 people together, they can compose it and send it for the workshop report. So this also become considered the publication. Think about it. Selection of a journal based on your research and its findings. Most of them are present while planning for the study. And while reading paper itself, you know that where your such kind of paper have been appeared already. Make a note of it. So you will be reading dozens of papers. So you know that where you read the paper, which journal. That same journal you can send it. So variety of journals you will be referring in your thesis work. That becomes a guideline for you. You don't have to search for another one. Then novelty, new finding, significance of study, target audience, impact of your. Based upon this one, you can select the journal. The selection journal should begin before starting the writing process itself, where it should go. Understand the scope of the journal format, different of each journal, space limitations. Usually the manuscripts about 3,000 words they give, or some journals may be very much liberal to go up to 5,000 words, excluding the appendix and the figures tables and the references. Citation formatting, nowadays you don't have to do it. Cite whatever way you want it. Automatically this journal you will be having that database. They'll be able to trigger out, and each journal you can convert into the format. Number of references, sometimes they restrict to 50 references. 100 references they can do it. Type of abbreviations used, embroidered style, figures, supplementary figures. These things you should see this one. And what are the other factors you consider in selecting a journal? Language, of course, we are all in the English only. Traditional journals are open access. Traditional journal are open access. Open access journals, cost factor is involved. Sometimes there is no cost factor. Most of the cases, open access journals, they demand about $3,000 to $5,000 per article, which you cannot afford to do it. So think about it. Some open access journal you don't have to pay money. They'll publish it without. You can say that subscription based. You can say like this way and get it published. But some journals insist for APC, article processing charge. This is what cost is involved, article processing charge, and because a prestige journal and also speed of publication, and India is not a poor country, no longer a poor country. Though people say that India is underdeveloped, developing, all these classification do it, but we are rich country, and we spent $17 million. We pumped into the journals in 2020 as article processing charges only for publishing. That means globally, people have spent $30 million globally and the Indian share was 17 million, because more than 50% of money gone from our pocket for publishing. Do you think India is poor? We are no longer a poor country. We are not living in a poverty. Of course, we can see that in the roadside people are in poverty, they're begging everything. But however, in terms of publication, that shows that the money has come. I don't know where this money comes, either coming from the grant agencies or pharmaceutical funding or government of India giving a lot of money to these many national institutes where they pour money for publications. That shows that I feel happy that we are a rich country. See, this is the one publication which I got out of it. India shelled out $17 million in 2020 to publish their work. And article processing charges, highest was $7 million in life sciences, $6.9 million going this one, and highest amount life and earth sciences, and multidisciplinary 4.9. So the $17 million fit into these three categories. And India did a good job in getting it published, their work. And again, you see the story next one. One more was there, I think. So, okay. I think next time I will come in there, I will show you that one. Number of publications. This one shows that how much money we spend for publishing. That is paying money as an article processing charges. I'll come to the last point of the quantity of the papers published later on. Publishing frequency, look into the papers. And that the journal offer fast tracking. Acceptance rate is very poor in case of high impact journals like Nature, Science, New England Journal of Medicine, Lancet. Low acceptance rate. They accept only about 10% of the papers submitted to them. 90% are rejected. So be careful submitting to such journals, wasting a lot of time. Unless you know that your paper is worthy of it, commanding one, then take risk in submitting to high profile journals, that is Q1 journals, which Dr. Balkumar also will be talking tomorrow, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 journals. So we may not be able to get published in a very high ranking journals, because they're also having rejection rate, not only that one, but article processing charges also very high. Have the journal published articles that are similar to yours? If it is yes, go for the same journal. Finally, before you write your manuscript and before submission of manuscript, read information for authors and check for a good fit. Good fit is very important. I'm listing some of the things. This place where you can ask for putting abstract, you can get a good fit. For example, additional practice you can get it is Clarivate Analytics, PubMed, UGC specialized journals. They also list process how we can get the papers for fitting for the journal, particular journal. See, look at here. This is what I said. Between 2017 and 22, India's output grew to 54%. Very fast. It is at 22%, but India's is very high. It is very high. It's climbed to 54%, and in especially our ranking is very high in natural sciences, 36% growth. Life sciences and medicine is 35%. India produces about 19% of its research output along with international collaborators. You see that next one slide. I just taken out the data and put it here in the table form. So China ranks number one. The global share is close to 20%. Number of papers, it's super. Earlier US used to be the topmost. The Chinese, they took over US, and their share is 19, and this is 17%. 2% are higher, Chinese one. Now India ranks. Earlier India used to be the fourth one. UK was higher than this one. Now India took over. Now India is 8%. Third ranking in terms of quantity. Don't talk about quality now. Talk about quantity. So how many papers published? So India's growth is very high. Now globally, how many papers are coming? Globally, articles published is 22. It is 5.14 million articles are published. Think about it. How many papers are published, and you'll able to read all this. Of course, this includes everything from anatomy to that of zoology. 5.14 million. 21 is 5, 24 point. So there is a exponential growth. You see, there is an increase every year. We are pumping more and more articles. globally. So Indian share also increasing much more. So we are third in terms of publication. However, we are not in quality. This is what Dr. Balcom was saying, paper mills. There is one scientist who published every day publishing one paper, and every 5 days. Now, okay, thousands of scientists publish a paper every 5 days. That person was caught. That means a lot of plagiarism was doing it and publishing paper and having thousands of publications. One person, there are about like this way dozens of persons have been caught for doing these paper mills, and most of them are coming from China. The paper mills are also coming from South Korea, Taiwan, Southeast Asian countries, and also coming from Europe, less from US. This paper mills, a paper are so active, like an octopus, writing paper always. And I don't think they generate the data. They don't without generate data, they write papers. Thousands of scientists, 9,000 of 7,800 are in physics, publish a new paper every 5 days on average. And the numbers are growing in all countries, including India, more so in Thailand. The combination of an increasing publish a perisculture and a monetary reward system is what I talked about, Ramesh. Yes, we do pay money. Because of money, say people try publishing the papers. No, it has to be reviewed by others, third party, whether the paper is worthwhile to give a reward or not. That is more important. So some research can earn up to $28,000 a year. Alone, this becomes a pocket money for them, publishing papers. During the COVID-19 pandemic, paper mills, illegal businesses that sell fake papers to researchers began surfacing. Extremely productive authors, concerned scientists, institutions, and funding agencies are focusing on the quality of research as work. Pay attention to the quality rather than the quantity papers published. Now, think about that impact factors. You see, I told you, the top journals, the rejection rate is very high. Only 90% or 85% papers are rejected. 5 to 10 to 15% are only accepted because their impact factor is, see, every rate is increasing. Now, New England Journal of Medicine is top 3 digits, 158 impact factor, and Lancet is 168, 120. See the impact for all these journals. Very high. Multidisciplinary journals is Nature, 65, Cell, Science, PNAS, Biochem. See, these are very high impact factor journals globally. They're all, most of them are in 3 digits or in 2 digits. And in pharmacology and pharmacy, Nature Reviews and Drug Discovery tops one with 3 digits, 120. And pharmacology research by Dr. Paul Kumar is one of the editors, is 9.3. It is growing from year to year. It is becoming, when they become very high impact factor, they become luxury and they go to the ivory tower, they keep on rejecting other papers. So when they're poor, they accept everything. When they're high, just like a rich person, when they become rich with the impact factor, they keep rejecting other papers. This is what is happening. See the impact. Now you may ask a question, what about Indian journals? Oh, they are starving. So this is what happens. We are all running in a single digits or in decimal points. So we are not doing anything good. So we starve. Still now, earlier, at least now it has improved. 10 years ago, everyone was in decimal points only. Now at least some of the journals, they are coming to the whole numbers. In chemistry and physics, they are doing far better. Life sciences, biological sciences, medicine, they are poor. Impact publication of SARS-CoV-2 time, as I was telling you, that has increased very much, and India also published a lot of papers published during SARS-CoV. India ranked 5th in publishing papers on during SARS-CoV-2 time. Anything you publish, acceptable, because that is the time make hay while sun shines. So this is what people did it. Even small college like Meerut College of Pharmacy, Jhansi Ka Rani Bai College of Pharmacy, or Prayag College of Pharmacy, which you never heard, they started publishing the paper. All review articles of no original work. When choosing a journal for research, how do you decide which one is best? How do you fit the particular journal? This Dr. Balkumar also gave a small hint about which journal to fit into this one. Jane, this is very thing which you already cited here. And Jane, you can always type your abstract, all these things. Type a short abstract. Even a title, you can type it. And it gives a choice for you. which one, to which journal you have to go for it. Finger Nature gives. Check click new journal finder tool. Enter the title, abstract, or keywords of the manuscript. The tool will suggest the best matching journal for your work. Alternatively, you can also browse your journals by subject area to find the perfect fit. Tarvik, Edansa, BMJ. So there are about 7 examples I given where you can type your abstract and get a right fit. So right fit is very important so that it saves your time. Predatory journals, which he talked, of course, Dr. Subhada Nagarkar also will be talking tomorrow about the predatory journals. He is expert in this area. Just I'm giving 2-3 things. So do not publish this one because the main goal is to make money, not to give you any feedback. If you send me an article to me, I'll give very good feedback, for example, because I don't want to cheat others. So always list line by line what all the things to be improved. But in predatory journals, their money is only to 3,000 rupees per author they charge. They don't give anything, just they publish. Even in the predatory journals articles, you see that one paragraph, every line is having an error. Not only structural one, even subject content itself will be wrong. Our Alumni Association award, we do not accept any predatory publications. If it is found, they will not review the paper itself. So please do not submit any predatory journals. Do not list in your CV. That gives negative things for award consideration. Pure rule for India predatory journals. Again, I won't talk about this one because of lack of time. I think we have to wind up in about half an hour before bus goes. Very important. Predatory journals, UGCK journals will be the one which is, I will rush up. Because a bus will be there at 3:45, will be leaving. Because few students have to catch the bus. Okay, I'll be going. Preparation of submission of a manuscript. Click the similarity of words. Somebody asking question about how to check the similarity of the manuscript, because 90% your rating should be original, 85%, 15% is tolerable limit for plagiarism. So plagiarism doesn't happen immediately because you will be thinking so many things. You will read several articles, knowingly or unknowingly you copy what by the publisher's software. It says that your paper is not original, so we are rejecting. They won't give any other things. Paper you rejected. So that's why before sending it, you must send it to some software which I'll be listing here to check that it is original. That is 85%. The magic score should be there in your things. So even many of these stalwarts have been caught for rating. Vice chancellors have caught, and even CNR Rao was, his lab was caught doing plagiarism work. And Harvard University, Harvard prestigious one, that president of the university, the vice chancellor, was caught publishing and he resigned the job. So it's happening everywhere. So these are the softwares. You must check this one, take a snap of this one slide. So duplicate checker, we use this duplicate checker, myself and Dr. Balkumar. These two we use it, and of 1,000 words only you can put it per day. That's okay. If you are collaborators, you can do one day 1,000, next day 1,000, copy it and paste it. It gives within 10 minutes, for 5 minutes, it gives you assessment and it puts a red line, red words, flags it. You remove that one, put another word, it accepts it. So that way you can check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Turnitin, you cannot use it. It's very expensive, subscription based. This is the one which publishers use it. And I authenticate also publisher uses 3 and 6 are used by publishers. Remaining ones are all free of cost available. So use this one. As once you finish writing, you run this one software, copy and paste it in the software that gives a box there. And when it gives 85-90% score, be happy that your paper written correctly. Correctly means not having any plagiarism, so that desk rejection will not be there. In terms of writing, so that is very important that writing should be done very well for acceptance. the importance of the cover. Every paper should have a cover letter. So write a beautiful, legible, correct cover letter so that you can go directly where it can go. Because publisher office will be receiving about dozens of papers every day. They don't know where to send it, which reviewer or which editor, because there are about 10, 15 editors will be there for each topic. And that secretary should know that to whom it should be sent. If you don't have any cover letter, they will send it back to you. So you must clearly write that the objective of a paper, what is it says, so that easy for them to grasp it, send it to the right person. So introduce manuscript to the journal editor, acts as a guide for the editor. It markets or sells your work to the editor. Most journals receive more papers than they can publish. Editor may not necessarily be an expert in your field of super specialization. That's why cover letter is necessary. This is the objective of writing a cover letter. So the cover letter gives a first impression for the journal editors because it gives background information and significance, relevance study, novelty in the study, levels of English, and a bridge between you and the work. That's why cover letter is a must. And basic rules in writing cover letter: address the editor personally, which will be showing a model paper letter. A manuscript title should be there in that letter. You should give a background rationale, highlighting the results and why are your findings important, and also corresponding author details where they should send information to you, place to convey relevant information. All these things should be present in your cover letter, and subject heading should be there. Lot of students and protocols, they don't write anything, just attach it, send it. Read this one and give me comments. That means, how do you know that whether it's a pharmaceutical paper or pharmacology or coming from a chemistry student, on which department, what is the person's name? Nothing is there. We give 10,000 rupees for about 10 students, and they're so laxity in their work. Just attach and send it to us. So I told them that how to write cover letter. So we don't know. Then I made a model cover letter, how to write it. So this is what happens. Students are so lazy enough to write a cover letter when they submit for an award to our alumni office. Must have statements, original and unpublished, not submitted to other journals. Authors agree. If you're more than one author, you should say all of us agree and stand by the work what we have done it. And there is no conflict of interest. That means you're not taking money from the tech industry and promoting the product. Source of funding coming from which, NIH or ASTA or LCMR, CSIR, and who did what. And out of 4 people, what is the contribution of each one of these people? And for example, this is one what I wrote, cover letter. Beautifully, I write it here, addressing by name, Clementi, pharmacology research, submission of a review article title, this one, and dear Professor Emilio. See, of course, this is highlighted for your purpose to show that this is the must one statement, and this is the 1 hour paper, and this is the one not published. Then I put all the stories here. Then I say so many things I read here, blah 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 blah. The remaining question, we believe this one. We look forward to hearing from you. Best regards. I put like this way and send it for publication. So this cover letter, like this way, you must write a 1-page cover letter so that you should know that yes, it is regarding the septic shock, for example. You should go to the particular editor, then editor sends it to a reviewer for reviewing this one. Another one, see, nature correspondence, we wrote like this way. Dear editor, this one, research is correspondence, bulk must send it to nature. So we wrote this one. Again, the limitation was there, not exceeding to 200 words. So we had cover letter. We wrote according to their stipulation. Make sure that you have followed the instruction authors, target journal, gone through spell and check these things. And I'm going fast because of catch up with our time. All authors consist publication, copyright transfer form, sign it, manuscript file as title page and contributing. This one, once files are ready, log into your account at the journal website. It takes about 30 to 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour to submit the paper itself. It is not easy to submit in 5 minutes. So sit at 11 p.m. or 12 p.m. midnight and do it very fast. It can go without disturbance. You can submit the paper and your game is over. Now it is rest with the editorial office to take decision. So manuscript submitted, assessed by journal editor. Once it is fit enough to publish, it will be sent to the peer reviewers, and the comments will be received by the journal editorial office. And if it is used number of times, about 90% time, it will be revised, asked uh, by the editor to the author to revise the paper, and then manuscript resubmitted, then will be accepted, rejected, or if they want further revision, second time, third time, then editing, and once everything is done properly, then it is sent for publication. So this process goes like this for every article which you submitted, a tedious process, step-by-step process. So you must compile with this one. And what is the role of editorial office? Again, I've skipped this one. So review will be done by either open reviewers. That means everybody knows who everyone is. Author name is known, reviewer's name is known, everything is disclosed here, which is not done by many journals. Very handful of journals follow this method of peer review. But however, the double blind is done, especially in India. Nobody knows who anyone is. Who is the author? We don't know. Who is the reviewer? We don't know. They cover up everything so that to avoid biasness. But this is followed by all Western countries and everything except India, where single blind is you're also expert in your field, so there will be a tug of war will be there. But however, you have to solve in a nice way, so that the reviewers will accept, okay, yes, I agree with your views. Then paper gets published. See, passing the gatekeepers is very important. All bald men will be sitting there. So these people, so you have to fight them and get it paper accepted. So acceptance, passing the gatekeepers is a very tough job, because you have to convince several people how to get your paper accepted. So this is the process, everything I'll explain about it. What is the editor role? Editor's role is collect all the two or three peer reviewers comments, send it to the authors for answering. They give you 2 to 3 weeks time. You send back all the responses. Then the editor again sends back to the reviewers. Do you accept their answers? Whatever given to your questions? Yes, I accepted. Accepted. So 3 people say accepted. It will say yes, acceptance. Then you receive a sweet letter. So what kind of sweet letter? Accepted publication without revisions, which rarely people get it. Only 5% people may get this one. Whereas most people will get this one, accept a publication with minor revisions or major revisions. Reject without opportunity to revise. Reject giving no opportunity to revise. So this is the worst one, which are budding people who are writing for the first time may receive, but do not get disappointed. Failure means it's another attempt to rewrite the paper. So these two are common for the beginners. So that's why people should not get, you can go step by step to reach this one, but you can also reach to these 2 red ones very easily. It is not that very tough job, but depends upon your experience, upon how you are being trained in writing a paper and putting the your results are properly in a proper perspective. So these are the two ones. You must get into this two stage. The editors may send the revised manuscript to author's response to reviews for second acceptance. Then we will get a acceptable letter. Final publication decision rests with the editor. Countless manuscripts rejected because of discussion section is so weak that it is obvious the writer does not really understand the existing literature. See, this is the way. If you are strong in literature, you can properly write your discussion. Tomorrow you may discuss all these things. Major revision is the major part. Everybody gets this one in this territory, and acceptance is very small, narrow, about 10%. So most people gets minor revision. Rejection also very high rates. So over 80% of writing papers rejected. 80% rejected. 20% on the acceptance rate. So summary. Having a robust body of published work helps advance your career as you are considered for academic appointments, promotions. Research funding essential to enable high quality research. Universities should encourage grant applications from research fellows and teachers. Good research starts long before papers get written. Choosing the right journal and the type of article is critical and should begin before one starts writing the manuscript. Key factor consider impact factor, index surveys, professional society journal, traditional versus this one. Avoid publishing in predatory journals. Tomorrow we will be having a lot of discussion on that point. There are several easy to use online resources that helps you in publication. Register at the target journal before you submit your manuscript. Check for the similarity of text, plagiarism detector. Write a persuasive cover letter. Peer review remains the foundation of publishing and essential elements of quality, which is not done in a predatory journal. And you build your research empire brick by brick. Lecturer to assistant professor to professor, you go up. So this is how you publish papers. A good piece of laboratory work combined with good writing ensures publication. Good research work is very important. Your good name goes with each publication. Do not spoil your reputation by publishing junk papers. Writing is an amazing long learning curve. You learn something new with each manuscript. You must pursue and persist in research publication. We must teach, inspire, motivate, empower all these young researchers by learned people, your faculty and me. So we must teach them how to motivate the young researchers. Thank you so much. Oh, you must not be leaving 5 minutes. Sorry about it. I took
I
5
would
minutes.
like to express my sincere gratitude for your insightful and informative guest lecture on the power of publication. Your presentation on enhancing institutional world ranking and researchers' influence, as well as the publication and peer review process, was truly enlightening. Your expertise and passion for the subject matter were evident, and your guidance will undoubtedly be invaluable as we strive to improve our research and publications effort. Thank you once again for sharing your knowledge and experience with us, sir.
Thank you very much. Tomorrow I can ask questions, okay? Because today we don't have any time.
Yes,
Otherwise, you
tomorrow
discuss.
morning, this is for online. Tomorrow morning, we are going to start the session at 9:05 because Dr. Fred, who is the head of cardiology and nephrology, he's going to join us online. So the local time for him will be at 10:30. So if you start at 9 o'clock, it will be 10:30 for the 10:30 night. So he'll be talking to you for 1 hour. So we want to start early. So ensure to join us online. Okay, we'll start the session. The students can come and join. He is going to talk on clinical trials and the substantial evidence they can produce. As I said, is a Fred Senator, Dr. Fred Senator. He's a lead physician in the cardiology and nephrology, US FDA. Thank you. Good evening.
He is the co-editor of my book.
Ah.
So you'll be there for
The other college students and the hostel students can remain here. We'll have a group photograph. The students who want to take the bus can go and get into the bus. Polarity students also can go into the bus. Today they can go in our college buses, evening. Yeah, that's what I said.